Everyone. I just wanted to take a few minutes to share with you one of the resources that administrators will be using this year, and not much different than what we did last year when we did instructional visits, but a different tool that I'll be using. Each day, Blair and I will be coming into classrooms for the purpose of conducting instructional visits, and these visits are only intended to monitor the goal implementation from a district level. I'm going to walk through the actual format with you, the document with you, highlight a few things, and this will be a part of our staff update. So if I come in, other than just a visit or through OTES. This has nothing to do with OTES. In fact, I don't even document the teacher's name in here. I'll come in, open up my laptop, identify the building, obviously Chapman, may put the grade level in, may put the subject level in, day of the week, lesson time. Those are just things for me to keep track of to make sure I'm visiting classrooms in a balanced manner. And like I said before, this is just our internal measure to see how much implementation of the three goals we're seeing and where we need to focus our energies. So obviously goal one, we've worked so much on this. How are kids aware of your learning goals, your learning intentions? And then if you take, we're going to have more discussion on our instructional goals this year, but how are the kids taking ownership for their own learning goals, and are they able to know those and use those in their learning throughout the day? The second piece there you'll see is there evidence, or Blair and I notice evidence of students tracking their own learning goals through some sort of data folder or tracking measure. Goal two, is there evidence of using a system of assessment? So do we see instructional moves around formative assessments, or is it a summative assessment? Are you collecting information on students through a running record or conferring sheet? Are they tracking their own progress in some capacity? So those are a few examples of what we would be looking for around the evidence in goal two. Goal three, obviously, is that differentiation goal, and those are all these differentiated instructional moves that could be happening. Certainly not all-encompassing, but small groups, individual instruction. Kids are engaging in their learning based on their readiness, interest, and learning style. We would expect to see workshop model in place. And this is probably the area that we're going to spend most of the time centering our conversation around this year. This whole notion of thinking dispositions, and we started that conversation on our first opening staff meeting. Just that whole notion of how are you developing, what intentional steps are you taking to develop the students' thinking dispositions? And then this area here kind of monitors what type of thinking are the students doing? Are they just, remembering and regurgitating, or are they going a little bit higher on that Bloom's taxonomy to that analyzing, evaluating, and creating? I'll hit submit, and that'll keep our building's data, and then throughout the year I'm able to see what areas do we feel we're paying a lot of attention to, and what areas do we need to shine a little bit more light on. Hope you have a great week this week. Look forward to seeing everyone. If you have any questions about these instructional visits, please feel free to connect up with either Blair or myself. Thanks so much.